We have a larger variety of self-defense handguns for concealed carry than ever before in the history of the handgun. However, for many people, whether it be a female or an older person or somebody that just has some sort of weak issue with their hands, self-defense is more difficult than one might think. Most handguns out there do not keep these people in mind when they produce handguns. However, a lot of people do. So what we're going to take a look at is we're going to take a look at the top 10 concealed carry handguns for those who have issues with weak hands. Number 1, the Taurus 942. Taurus 942 quickly became one of my all-time sought-after revolvers when I first laid eyes on it at SHOT Show 2020. 8 rounds of .22 Magnum in a very concealable revolver. Taurus does an amazing job making revolvers. They originally were trained and set up by Smith & Wesson, so the history of Taurus revolvers definitely can't be something that you overlook. Number 2, the Ruger LCP2 in .22 LR. I've been carrying this gun. Awesome little handgun. I will give you the heads up, when you first get it, make sure you oil it, as I had some issues personally with mine, having failures to feed, but once I oiled it up, it ran flawlessly. Very easy to shoot, little to no recoil, and incredibly accurate for its size. Number 3, the Rock Island Armory 1911 and .22 TCM. Now I'm going to recommend the .22 TCM for several reasons. Number 1, it's essentially a .223 short, so shooting a .223 short out of a 1911, first of all, is super awesome. But secondly, it's incredibly easy to rack. The slide on this firearm, maybe the easiest I've ever seen. By far the smoothest and simplest 1911 to run for anybody that has issues with hand strength. Also, the 1911 may be a firearm that somebody carried for a lifetime, and now that they're elderly, they want to keep carrying a 1911. .22 TCM is perfect for that person. Number 4, the Beretta Bobcat. Beretta Bobcat has always been on my list of concealed carry handguns for the elderly, but this is about as easy as it gets. Pop-up slide, easy for chambering, and in .22 LR, there's little to no recoil. Awesome, awesome option that has been around for a long time. This is not new technology, this Beretta Bobcat. It's been around for quite some time, so it's definitely stood the test of time as well. Number 5, the Ruger SR22. I originally bought this handgun for my wife. She has fibromyalgia, and shooting other handguns just isn't an option for her. She can shoot other handguns, but after a couple shots, she's done with it. With this SR22, she could shoot all day long and it doesn't bother her at all. I specifically chose this handgun for her, and it's definitely making this list because it's incredibly reliable, very accurate, great gun anyway. Happens to be perfect for those suffering with weak hands. Number 6. The Smith & Wesson M&P EZ and 380. Smith & Wesson heard everybody's call for something that's easy to use, and they absolutely produced it with the Smith & Wesson M&P EZ Shield and 380. They use the term EZ for the obvious reasons. Very simple to rack, very simple to manipulate, very little recoil, ideal for those suffering with weak hands. Number 7. Smith & Wesson M351C. Awesome, awesome .22 Magnum handgun. Very simple to use. You cannot mess this gun up. Great little revolver that you just can't go wrong with, and it absolutely makes this list. Number 8, the Ruger LCR revolver in .22. This is an 8-shot. Ruger has put technology into the LCR that even if it's a .38 special, it fires with less recoil than any other revolver of its size. In .22, there is no recoil. Perfect little revolver, and 8 shots is always better than 6. Number 9, the Walther CCP M2. I fired the CCP M2 a few years ago at SHOT Show. Loved this gun. I can't recall if it was the 18 or 19 SHOT Show, but I did have this gun on my list as being one of the most accurate handguns I fired at SHOT Show. Awesome little handgun, very easy to use. And finally, number 10, the Kel-Tec PMR 30. Kel-Tec PMR 30 was originally designed for those who just wanted 30 rounds of .22 Magnum. However, what it has become is an awesome, very easy to use handgun for the elderly, ladies, or anybody suffering with some autoimmune disease or problems with the hands. The PMR 30 gives you 30 rounds of 22 Magnum. I don't care how weak or strong you are, this is an awesome option, but it happens to be outstanding for those who have issues with the hands. So there you go. There's my top 10 list. I know there's some that I didn't mention. Put them in the comments below. This happens to be a category of handguns that most manufacturers just write off. However, Americans deserve the right to self-defense and concealed carry regardless of how strong they may be. So there you go. Again, if you have any that I didn't mention, put them in the comments below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe.